Well, good evening, and thank you so much for allowing me to take a few moments of your time tonight to talk a little bit about some of our efforts within the FBI. The FBI office in New York is our largest office of all of our field offices around the country. And what that means is that we have over 2,000 employees in this office that work to keep the community and our citizens safe. And we can't do that by ourselves. We work very much with other partners. And that's, I think, one of the resonating themes that you've heard throughout this evening's presentations has been that of relationships and partnerships and, yes, friendship. The world has become far more complex. It has become far more interconnected. And because of that, it also means that our work has become far more complex and far more sophisticated than back in the days of J. Edgar Hoover and some of our earlier criminal mission. What we recognize in today's environment is that in working with our law enforcement partners, that's really only one piece of the puzzle. What we have to do is build relationships into our communities and get to know our citizens much better in order to really develop those relationships and those friendships. I'm delighted to be able to tell you that when you think about the FBI, you perhaps are thinking only about our investigative function, about our prevention function, about our intelligence function. But another part of our efforts are all about community outreach. And most people, when they think about the FBI, don't necessarily think about our role in that area. Here in the New York area, in the New York office, we have a very robust community outreach program. And I'm delighted to tell you that we continue to build into our communities. We continue to build the bridges that we've heard so much about tonight in order to understand the issues and the concerns of the citizens that we're sworn to protect and to serve. Recently, we have formed a community engagement council. And just 2 weeks ago, we had held the first meeting of that particular council down at our offices. And I'm delighted to state that the Turkish Cultural Community Center of New York is part of that council. And what we hope is that we will continue to develop our efforts to share who we are to the community, as well as understanding the issues and the concerns of your community. And I think that by doing that, at the end of the day, it will translate into all of us standing side by side in partnership, keeping our community, keeping our nation, keeping our citizens safe from the threats that face us in today's complex world. Thank you very much for allowing me to address you here this evening, and God bless all of you. Thank you.